As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
11 MT. Here we go.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Good set. 11 180. It's hot. Close. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Throw complete to Bell. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. And that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
At the 28-yard line.
Nix to the air. To the left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Almost set. Ready. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Throwing Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Bengals nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Burrow. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. Can. Flow.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Quick throw out to Mims. And he's got this down to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where the defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the first.